Hello everyone, thank you for taking the time from your busy days to fucking join us for this shit. We very much appreciate it. We very much enjoy seeing all your faces. So, without further ado, let's get into some news.
So yesterday morning at 7, there was an asteroid that was about 13,000 miles away from like the atmosphere, right? And it passed Earth. And it's like the size of a school bus. So it's just interesting, right? It's like certain things that are always happening and that like you don't even know is happening.
Yeah, space
and
is
could
just constantly
end your
trying
existence.
to fuck you.
Yeah.
Space,
like the size of a school bus, that's huge.
Yeah, do you know have you heard of like invisible black holes? Like black holes are invisible already. But like there's black holes that we don't know about. Like we can't detect.
Okay.
That can just spawn.
Just happen at any time. I mean, that's with anything, right?
Yeah, but like, so just fucking, we'd be gone in an instant.
Cherish your life.
Fucking, space is scary. Space is terrifying.
So apparently, there's also an asteroid supposed to pass by the Earth, Election Day.
Yeah. There's supposed to be one next to Election Day. They said it's gonna miss, but if it entered the atmosphere, I think it'd be a pretty fucked event. Oh, actually, no, it is. It is going into Earth, but it's supposed to land in water.
Oh, for real?
That's their assumption.
Okay.
If it landed on land,
yes.
It's
the chances. No. It says the chances of actually hitting the Earth's surface are less than 1%. There's still a percentage.
That a percent is fucking high.
That's crazy. And it said
a 1 in 100 chance.
Yeah, I mean the
it's
actual,
like high. It's like 0.9.
The actual statement is if it were to this is from NASA. So if it were to enter our planet's atmosphere, it would disintegrate due to its extremely small size. A spokesperson said in the statement. NASA has been directed by Congress to discover 90% of the near-Earth asteroids larger than 140 meters. So that's 459 feet in size, and reports on asteroids of any size. So there's like a task force, right?
Yeah.
That delivers to Congress saying,
"That's so
we got an asteroid
strange.
coming. What do we do?" I assume they would just like blow
what
it up.
Do
like
you do, though?
Blow it
like,
up.
What do you do? Like you're told there's a end of the world asteroid coming at you.
You blow it up, dude.
You blow. What if it's a 50-50 chance and it passes by?
You still blow it up.
I don't know.
Like you see in the
That's
movies.
The thing.
You see in the movies with like the pandemic, right? Like you see like
oh,
the
no.
U.S.
Wait! Oh shit! We're living through a movie.
No, we are. That's a
very
shitty movie. A very shitty movie where the government sucks.
Yeah, but the government always sucks.
No, but in the movies, you see like the U.S. government's supposed to like fucking save our shit. Like they're the ones that save us from like the zombie apocalypse or whatever.
Yeah,
but no,
the fucking
everyone is horrible.
No, imagine fucking. But so, no matter what, if a asteroid is heading towards Earth, there's probably a percentage chance it misses.
There's a high percentage chance.
No. But let's say they say it's a 90% chance it hits. Okay.
I think they would take up on that percentage and they would try to divert it.
No, but let's say they did that and they came out and said that. Imagine the chaos that would unfold. And then imagine, like, it just missing. Like, that kind of threat of an extinction level event could completely destroy society.
So, this is like, another, like, off-topic thing, but still in the realm of space. So, the ISS, right?
Yes.
There's, like, particles of the ISS that they are not managing, and they've had, like, explosions there, and also, like debris, like, falling off, and they have to keep track of, like, the small particles.
Oh, you're talking about space junk? Oh, yeah. No,
just the ISS.
Basically creating
because it's breaking down.
No, but every satellite does that.
Yeah, that's
and basically every launch into space does that. And if it keeps going on, like consumer space just keeps going, we're basically gonna have a cage over us.
No, but that cage could come down and could cause
No, but it probably wouldn't come down. Like it would take tens of thousands of years and it would probably degrade by then. But it would become so many pieces that we will have to stop space travel.
Right, and that's why
And space
they
research,
keep
which is
track
a
of
lot.
every single particle that they think is theirs.
Yeah, but now there's too many that
I think they
can't
still
track.
do, but I don't know. Might be too many.
There's too many that they can't track. It was a Kurzgesagt video.
That's crazy.
It's a big problem. That's why they like
Our
Elon
brains
Musk
can't
needs,
comprehend that though, because like we don't know what
Not
fucking
at all.
space is.
Honestly, if there was a cage over us, I wouldn't care. I don't think we should be fucking trying to go to space. Like,
No,
why is Elon Musk trying to get us to Mars when our planet's destroying itself? Like, I think there's just more pressing issues than fucking Mars right
Dude,
now.
you don't want to see an alien?
If we see an alien, we went over this, the Fermi paradox, we'd be fucked.
That's true.
They'd definitely be more
They'd
intelligent.
be more intelligent
than
than
us.
us.
At this point, there's no way we see an alien and they don't colonize us.
We see some space bugs, you know,
Space bugs.
or space plants.
Space bugs bring the space plague.
What if there's like a crop, right? Like supposedly like they're trying to look for like plant life and Mars or like decayed plant life, right?
Yeah.
What if that decayed plant life is like the cure to cancer or like the cure to COVID? You know, have you thought about that?
No.
Like that's actually possible.
That'd be awesome. Holy shit.
Like it's chemical.
That'd be sick. Yeah, because
could be
it's
different.
chemicals that we aren't used to.
Yeah.
Like we don't know anything about. That's awesome. But that's just a short little story. Give you a little existentialism to start.
And now we're gonna jump into it.
Get to like actual real world issues. Talk about Breonna Taylor and how she was not served any fucking justice at all. Grand jury came out a couple days ago, Wednesday afternoon, saying that only one out of the three, only one of the three officers would be charged. And he wasn't charged with murder or anything. He was charged with wanton endangerment, which is
the lowest degree, I believe.
Which
right?
it's the lowest degree of felony. It's basically a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
And it's because he shot and one of his bullets flew through another person's apartment.
Yeah,
So-
it wasn't even Breonna Taylor and her fiance or whatever, right?
So that's what. Yeah.
It's like some other random pedestrian.
And so
tried
they
However-
came to this decision because there wasn't any body cam footage. If anybody tells you there was body cam footage of the incident, there wasn't. They had to do it through eyewitness accounts, which they don't tell us who the eyewitness is. They said it's a private fourth witness that wasn't related to the cops, which weird. And then the three cops' statements. That's how they came to their
Let me
decision.
just add on to that. So it's been 6 months after Taylor was killed.
Yes, it's
And then,
more than 6 months.
Yeah, more than I would say eight or seven, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously no body cam footage. I mean, there might be some type of camera footage, but they haven't leaked that
It's
to
from
us.
no, it's from like the cars
Okay.
because they fucking took off their body cams.
Yeah, because they were in plain clothes. Like that's their mission. They were trying to do
body
it as...
cam. There was body cam footage released from the guy who was charged.
So,
but the body cam footage that was released was from the car when they went back to because he got shot.
So that person, Brett Hankerson, he faces 3 charges of wanton endangerment, as you said, which is a Class D felony that carries a penalty of 1 to 5 years in prison. So that can actually be taken down even less through prosecution and stuff. So I'm sure the police unions are, with him and trying to help him out, because he's not charged for Breonna Taylor. Keep in mind, he's charged for endangering the lives of pedestrians that are in that complex.
It's 3 charges. So let's say you get the minimum sentence of 3 years.
Right.
You probably can do a plea deal, get that down. Let's say it's 3 years. Even if he gets the sentence of 3 years, he can probably get on parole in 1.
There's also a chance that he doesn't even go to jail. I think. Right?
I don't think so. I think because it's a...
Because he gets charged, he's not getting prosecuted for that charge yet. So he could fight
actually
the
no,
charge.
because it's not 1 to 5 years. It's 1 to 5 years
If
or a fine.
Yes, exactly.
So it basically can just be the fine.
So another thing is that Breonna Taylor's family got awarded, I think it was $12 million. So the reasoning for that is, right, it's not that, this officer killed the Breonna Taylor or these officers killed it. It wasn't like a misdemeanor or anything like that. They were just like in property damage or whatever, right? What was it? What was the charge? Because they didn't actively give it. Because it doesn't implicate them.
I don't know how you defend the police department when the police department basically admitted guilt through a third party. That's a fucking truck. like, the police department admitted guilt by paying Breonna Taylor's family. Yeah. If they weren't guilty, they wouldn't have given a $12 million settlement to Breonna Taylor's family. There wasn't $12 million of damages done. There was a loss of life because she was murdered. And all three of them shot her. Yeah. All three of them shot her. There was only one of them that did the fatal.
There was 8 shots, right?
Yeah.
She was shot 8 times by law enforcement.
Only one of them was a fatal shot, though. That killed her. Like, she could have survived 7 of the shots, but then one, like, hit, like, basically, like, the bottom of her heart, and she died within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah.
And, so, like, on a broader scale, I mean, there was a huge outlash in Louisville, where it happened, right? And people came out, protested, and there's been some clashes with the police, right? Apparently this is just breaking. 2 Louisville officers were shot amid the protest. And look, the right or the Trump side of, like, the platform, they're like, oh, this is crazy. It's like, we need more law and order and all of this, right? Let's look at it. So, what is Kentucky run by? Who's run by Kentucky? Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, but it's Louisville's a Democratic.
Who cares?
No, but this is like it's not a counterpoint to you.
Okay.
It's more like a point that just voting Democrat won't get you justice. Mm-hmm. The only Republican that interacted with this case was the Attorney General.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean,
the mayor and the governor are both
So,
Democrats.
Obviously, that side's going to be like, oh, look at the aggression, look at this violence, like, look at this Antifa or whatever. But it's like, they're not condoning that happened, right? Like, an innocent person died. Like, are you not going to address that?
Yeah.
And that's kind of fucked.
I don't know how... Because they changed their story, like, 5 times. At first, it was a no-knock warrant. Then a week ago, it was no-knock warrants aren't allowed.
Yeah.
The neighbor said they didn't hear any police announcement, but this random 4th witness says they did. You don't know the demographic of this grand jury that decided this.
But they did award Breonna Taylor's family with $12 million.
Which I feel,
but that's I believe on different charges. So they were charging for police negligence. Negligence. Fuck.
Oh my god.
What was that? Negligence and, like, I think it's brutality too. I don't know if that's a charge. Yeah, and, like, they only got it, like, the only charges they gave it for was, like, punitive and legal fees, I believe, or something like that.
I don't know.
And they settled the case. So that was... And the lawyer that was representing Breonna Taylor was also representing Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd, too.
Well, at this point, there's nothing you can do to further Breonna Taylor's case.
Can't.
It's dead in the water. It's done.
Closed.
It's closed. Because you can't reopen a case. You can't try someone twice.
Much less a police officer.
Well, I guess if you're thinking about it, it can be reopened because the officers were just investigated. They were never tried for the murder of Breonna Taylor.
True.
I don't know. I don't think it will come back. But ways you can help, which I think is important to mention when talking about this, is protest, vote. There's bail organizations you can support. There was 300 plus protesters arrested in Louisville the night after. The National Bail Fund, I think, is a great one. There's charities, black-run charities that you can donate to and help further the cause. I personally like the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. That's probably my favorite organization. I think they do great work. Also, just the regular NAACP. I'm trying to think what else we can do. And that's
be aware.
Yeah,
be engaged.
Be aware.
That's literally it.
Keep reading.
And I
people
like
responsible.
And especially with like talking with people that have, like, I guess, that other perspective of, like, oh, she was in the wrong. Like, cops should protect themselves, right? I mean, sure, every human should protect themselves, whatever. But, like, you just gunned down an innocent woman. You did a no-knock warrant. You did that. There was no peaceful remediation, right?
No.
It was straight violence. And then there's outrage for the violence that they're doing on the police officers. Yes, that's bad. Everyone knows that, right? you need to acknowledge that, and you also need to acknowledge the wrongs that happen in society too. And that's where like it grays. People just focus on one thing.
It feels so
they feel attacked.
defeating, especially with this, and I feel like it shows black bodies are cared for less. Breonna Taylor's name was kind of devolved into a meme, which sucks.
Yeah. You see it on Instagram, you see it on a lot of like social media apps, like
I think
even Twitch sometimes, dude.
Yeah, I think the worst thing was when somebody was like just posting a picture of them and their friends and be like, arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor.
Oh, like it's just a regular picture.
Like that was a thing. Like I remember
they still do that.
No. I remember like white people weren't posting on Instagram for like 3 weeks. Fantastic time. And then when they came back, all their posts, their captions were like, arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor, Black Lives Matter. But if your picture has nothing to fucking do with that, what the fuck are you doing?
So I have a question for you then, right? So what do you think of the people that are posting like, oh my god, I'm at the beach. They post their selfie, right?
Yeah.
And the caption's like, don't forget to vote, do this, do that. What do you think of that?
I think if it's saying don't forget to vote, that's different.
It's like a whole like description.
If you just say don't forget,
I'm not racist or I'm
not that's
dumb.
ridiculous. If you just say don't forget to vote and like link to it or to get people to vote, totally fine. Get that fucking.
Okay.
I want more people to vote too. See nothing wrong with that. If you use Breonna Taylor's name to prove that you are not racist, I think that's worse. I think that's awful. If you devolve her name in just your way to virtue signal that you're not racist, fuck you. This woman was murdered and fucking didn't get justice.
So, this goes into all the performative activism or like social media role in this, right?
Yeah.
What do you say to the people that don't post anything on their stories or just take it chill? They see everything, but they don't actively post or anything.
I think it depends. Like, if you...
Are you automatically
like
not
for me,
racist
like
for posting?
Like for me, if I have almost 10,000 followers on Instagram,
you feel like you have an obligation.
I feel like I should. Like if I see something that I feel like
it's not an obligation per se. It's more that you feel like you can educate more people.
Yeah, and also the things I post on my story are only things that I think are helpful, and I think
that you know about.
Yeah, I know.
Read about.
I know about a lot, and I support a lot. Like I'll post the NAACP LDF because I read their fucking blogs every week. I listen to their speakers. I love their organization. I repost the ACLU because I believe in the ACLU. I read all their articles they write. I pay attention to all the cases they make. Shit like that. Like that I understand, but reposting just random infographics you don't know anything about. And I repost all the Creeker stuff because I did the research myself. You did the research yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
We know what the fuck's in the Creeker because we did it.
Yeah. And we're informed, I feel like. And I think it's, it's just good to be informed. I mean, you can make the decision of posting or not, but, like, it's hard to tell now.
I think if you never post, there's no reason to start posting.
And
especially if you have...
This is going to go into something that we're going to do today about a organization, later. Right? I mean, I don't know if we want to...
It's not really... we're not focusing on that part of it.
But
so.
yeah. I mean, it's a small part of it.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
We are doing an interview later today that has to do with Black Lives Matter and racism.
Especially in the education standpoint.
In the education system. It's a local organization. We get to do an interview. We're going to probably launch that deep dive...
soon.
I would say in the next week and a half because we do want to get two
Y'all
other interviews.
think my English teacher would let me use Creeker News as a reliable source for an essay? Hell yeah.
I think we would need a website. If we had a website, with it, probably.
I think so.
We just need to get that website. They won't let us buy it.
We're gonna figure that out. What we want to do is it's on me. I have to figure out like how to get a website up. And what we want to do is we want to put up, like, maybe audio clips or even video clips, right? On the website.
And also post, like,
articles
kind of
things.
Because that's what we basically do with Instagram, but we'd rather post it, like, in a full-fledged article form. But we're diving away from the actual point. Breonna Taylor deserved justice. She didn't fucking get it. Fuck Louisville cops. Fuck the system. Fucking hate it here. Why does it just sound like someone was crying? I think my mom yelled woo in her class. And we'll move on to the next thing.
Okay, so we posted
yeah, we posted this.
So rest in peace, RBG.
It's not rest in peace. It's you gotta say rest in power. because she's Jewish. I think it's.
Oh, is that the?
I wrote it in the fucking. Instagram
Did you know that
post.
for like Jewish people, like when they die, you don't bring flowers, you bring like rocks.
Peace be upon her. Peace be upon her. RBG.
Did you know that the rocks thing?
I did not know that.
So it's supposed to be like symbolizing that she should like rocks like live forever or something like that. They're like
cool.
existent, and flowers will like wilt and die.
We only had like 3 Jewish people in all of Highland.
Dude, my school's like I would say a good portion of my school is Jewish, so it's weird. It's interesting to like learn all about it. Yeah, even my roommate is Jewish. So.
Yeah, I don't think Potsdam has a very large Jewish population. Gonna be honest with you. So RBG, fucking not. I just said it. Peace be upon her.
Let's talk about her. So
let's talk about what she's done.
I have some opinions about RBG. But at the end of the day, I'm not a crazy liberal. I'm not gonna go crazy, and I'm not gonna criticize every human being, right?
Yeah, you're not gonna shit on her because
she's a feminist icon. She was a hero to me, I think. Like,
I think she was an icon for a lot of people that grew up in the 21st century.
Especially, like, young girls.
Young girls, completely. And I think that she
seeing that a woman was at the highest court.
Yeah, she became, like, a pop culture icon in the early 21st century.
The notorious RBG.
Yeah, notorious RBG. And... but there is a comment. We can talk about what notorious RBG is.
So she spent 27 years on the Supreme Court bench. She shaped modern American life, and that with progressive opinions. And sometimes she was both, right? She was a liberal stalwart. That's her phrase. And like she argued for Roe v. Wade.
Yeah, she was a very moderate.
A lot of female rights and stuff. Like even before she came to the court, she was fighting for sex laws and stuff, like sex equality, and then just in general, like even for LGBTQ rights, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, being a woman at that time, and you know, being successful. Like I think she graduated top of her class from Columbia, right?
She also graduated from Harvard.
Yeah. I think that's where she went to law school.
Yeah,
so she went to Harvard Law School.
She went to like multiple Ivy Leagues. It was Columbia, Cornell, and Harvard.
And she like her story. Like I watched the movie as well. So she met her husband in No. She went to Cornell. My bad. Right?
Yeah.
Graduating from Cornell. I could be wrong. Okay, whatever. So no, it says after graduating from Cornell at the top of her class, but she says Columbia here. I remember Columbia was like only females at one point.
Yeah, that was Bernard.
So that's what it is then, or something like that.
Probably.
Okay, so she meets her husband, Martin Ginsburg, and they go to. She was one of 9 women at Harvard Law School at that time.
And she like graduated like top of her class.
And she goes with her husband to Harvard Law School, and that's when her husband was diagnosed with testicular cancer. And she would like take notes for her husband while also studying for herself.
What a fucking ride or die.
He recovered, obviously. He got a law firm. Like, he got into a law firm. She apparently did not get a job coming out.
Yeah, no. So she didn't get a job. She was denied from like 9 different law firms, or she was offered like lesser pay than men, and she wouldn't accept that.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't take any job until she was recommended as a law clerk.
No, she was like judge. She was doing like teaching work because she couldn't
because she couldn't find anything. But she was there was a guy from Columbia that she knew,
right?
That they were close friends, and she saw her as one of the best students ever, and told one of the judges, "You have to hire her as a law clerk, or I will not give you any more recommendations on other law students."
Yeah.
And so he just finally gave in and gave her the job.
And even when she was at Columbia and Harvard, she was on like the law reviews, and she would like try to make articles and reviews on sex-based discrimination. That was like her big spiel, and obviously translated over to the Supreme Court.
And she did that kind of. She was a law clerk for like 2 years, and then she like was not into it, so she did a lot of like women's rights shit. She like co-founded the ACLU Women's Rights Project. She was a feminist icon.
She argued 6 cases in front of the Supreme Court, and she won.
Yeah, before she was
judge.
judge.
Yeah,
and
before
then
she was judge.
It was 1993 where Bill Clinton
appointed her
as the second woman on the Supreme Court.
First Jewish woman to serve on
first Jewish person. First Jewish person.
Person.
She was the first Jewish person. And she was very. She was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, she fought for the LGBTQ community. She fought for undocumented people.
And she very much believed in the American system.
Expanded even voting rights. And then, yeah, I mean, great person. She fought cancer, 4 times?
Yeah, and she stayed on the court. Of course, we can look into it and say she's a little selfish. She should have stepped down during the Obama presidency, knowing that it was probably going to flip. But,
I entertained that idea, but then again,
we looked on it.
Why, as a woman, you need to step down?
Yeah, exactly. When all the men were going to stay up for the same amount of time.
Exactly.
Especially when they die on the court, why can't she? But that's also just a fucked up way the Supreme Court works. There should be term limits. She also was against Colin Kaepernick's kneeling.
Yeah, she called it very dumb, and she was disappointed in it. And then she would also openly express her concerns about elections.
She also
you shouldn't be saying that. Like, as a judge, you need to be impartial.
She also didn't believe in what was it? Native land reclamation.
She was this is where we're getting into the downfalls or the bad things,
the pitfalls of RBG's legacy. But honestly,
I'm not gonna focus too much on it because it is a thing. But
I think the positive impact she makes outweighs the negative, but also
to an extent. But you need to celebrate both.
It has to be recognized that she wasn't a perfect person, and I feel like the way we idolized her as a feminist icon was more just
because she was one of the first people to do it.
Yeah, it was just the position she was in. It wasn't like she was the best feminist. She wasn't very intersectional, and
she wasn't for she would argue for fossil fuel industries, I believe.
It's also just a sign of the time. She was born in fucking 1933.
Maybe she was bought out by some corporations. You think
Dude,
so?
if my grandparents were even slightly like RBG, I'd be fucking elated. My grandparents are just racist. So I don't know.
So this is where it gets
rest in power.
This is where it gets crazy. Now you think it's
over?
Let's
talk about what's happening.
You think it's over there? So obviously it's over.
Think it's over? No, it's not over. Supreme Court's still here, baby. RBG died. It still goes on.
Now let's talk. First of all, let's talk about the Supreme Court. So we have 5 geriatric fucks that are in the Supreme Court. Okay. They care about my ass? No.
Fucking have cardiacs in their eyes, can't fucking see, arthritis, so they can't stand. Dude, actually, RBG was the strongest Supreme Court justice her whole time serving. She would go to the gym. She could lift more than...
She had a personal trainer,
She could lift more than any other justice.
Did you see this? So she was on, a comedy show, and she was doing triceps, dude.
Dude, she was built! But yeah, it shows she was in the best fucking health. What the fuck are these other fucks doing?
So
Brett Kavanaugh's pretty healthy.
He's young.
Yeah, that's why he's healthy.
So, yeah, you have basically 5 70-plus-year-olds in the Supreme Court judging all these cases, which means that there needs to be term limits on Supreme Court justices. You think so?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think Andrew Yang brought it up in the beginning of his run, and I was like, that makes a fucking lot of sense. Because now the reaction is Trump's like, I'm going to push through a Supreme Court nominee, and the Democrats' reaction to it, if that happens, we're gonna pack the courts, even though that makes no fucking sense.
First of all, let's look at the Democrats. Poor Democrats, right? They can't do anything. They're absolutely they shot themselves in the foot. They lost the Senate, obviously, right? So the Senate's controlled by Republican supermajority. Basically, if Trump, wants to appoint, which he is, he's appointing, what's her name?
Oh, fuck, I have no idea.
Look it up.
She looks like a fucking bitch, though.
Crazy.
She's scary.
Crazy.
She's scary.
We'll put her looking up. Blue, menacing eyes. Timmy showed me a picture of her. I was terrified.
You deleted it out
I
of the
read
chat
about her, though.
Scared.
So it's a woman. He's going to appoint a woman, because woman for Trump, right?
Yeah, women for Trump, baby.
And she is a super staunch critic of abortion.
Amy Coney
She
Barrett.
wants to be the person that overturns Roe v. Wade.
Oh my Jesus Fuck, God, her eyes are scary.
See, I'm already terrified.
I need a fucking cover.
She's young, though. She's not a geriatric...
She's not a geriatric fuck. That's true.
Amy Coney Barrett.
Yeah, Amy Coney
Apparently
Barrett.
she does not have that much experience as a judge or
fuck.
I guess like a civil servant. So
compared to like other people, she doesn't have much experience in fucking law.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Just Jesus fuck. She's a 48-year-old
She's
judge.
a staunch critic of Roe v. Wade. So I mean, look, after the so basically, we have what 40 days till the election. What's the 60 days? Am I spitballing right now? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's say 60. Okay.
A little less than 60. I said probably like 50.
Okay, so 50 days till the election.
Oh,
there's a Republican supermajority, and they're trying to pass a nominee in, and then they're going to vote on it, which will obviously mean that she's going to be elected to the Supreme Court. Okay?
45 days.
That's even worse. So in 45 days, they are going to push through Supreme Court justice, which takes time, and keep in mind, we're in COVID too. What are they going to Zoom call this nominee? Can you imagine that?
Dude. So she was up for Supreme Court nominee with Brett Kavanaugh.
Oh, she was one of those.
Apparently, when she went to her interview with Trump before Brett Kavanaugh, like when he was vetting people, she had her eyes were fucked up. She had just been in surgery, so she was fucking blind.
Oh no!
And she had these giant big ass sunglasses on and could barely talk. She was like infectious. Apparently this time it went way better.
So this is just the harsh reality, right, of politics. So when Obama was in his last term...
Oh, so she taught for 15 years at Notre Dame Law School, but in South Bend, Indiana.
Which is a Republican stronghold. I mean, I know Mayor Pete is there, but...
She's married to Jesse Barrett.
Okay, so with the whole election process or whatever with the Supreme Court. So basically... It's hypocritical, I think.
Very much so.
It's an election year, and apparently the precedent set by, guess who? Lindsey Graham, a Republican.
And they have the fucking
Mitch
quote.
McConnell. They have a quote. Well, we can watch it later. But it's literally Lindsey Graham saying, we should not elect a Supreme Court justice or nominate a Supreme Court justice in an election year. Whether it be the first term or the second term. And he says, you can quote me on this, that if 2020 a Republican is in office, I will not pass.
And he's going
And guess what? That's politics for you. He doesn't listen to that. He forgot about it, right? And he's going to keep going with this process. Mitch McConnell said the same thing, too. And guess when the nominee was happening at that time? Like, months before, right? It was in January or February. Of the year.
So this is my if the Supreme Court gets it.
Okay.
If she gets it, which she probably
will. That's the thing. She will.
I'll give it I'll give it a 65 to 35%
You would need like
chance.
5 Republicans, and a lot of them are saying I'll vote. I'll like pass her through. Only one, I believe, Susan Collins said that she would not vote.
No, I think
because she wants to look back on the precedent.
I think a couple are on the fence saying that we should push it back until the election's over.
Dude, why would they?
Because it's you should hold the fucking Senate intact with the balance and checks.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It should fucking matter, Sai.
It's all politics, dude. It's all Republican.
Whatever. So let's say
no. If these are all, they don't like abortion, dude. They don't like these.
But
things.
This is the thing.
This is a opportunity of a lifetime.
Won't be outlawed. Because Roe v. Wade is their boogeyman that they can use in elections. What's going to happen is they'll re-rule Roe v. Wade that fucking states will have wide sweeping ranges to limit abortions.
So like Alabama would be able to...
Alabama will effectively ban abortions. States like Texas will effectively ban abortions. Honestly, California can probably get away with effectively banning abortions. They're mostly a Republican-held House of Representatives for their state legislator.
Sure.
Like,
I know that.
Depending on what state you're in, the appointee isn't going to matter as much. Also, the fucking Affordable Care Act will get fucked if she's in office.
That's supposed to happen right after the election.
But the thing is...
If that happens. So it would get repealed.
Even if she is in, they don't have to pack the courts because fucking Biden... So, hopefully, our assumption is that the Senate will turn blue. That's our hope.
Yeah, that's
and our hope is that the Senate's blue and the House of Representatives is blue, and we have fucking Joe Biden in office. If that happens, even if the Affordable Care Act gets fucked in the Supreme Court, they can just reword it and rerun it again in 2021.
It's actually a good thing if all three branches are blue, because you actually have progress, right?
Yeah.
If they're smart, right, just write up these bills, we should be good. It's still like. Once they overturn certain stuff like this, it's very hard to push it back up the courts.
Yeah,
because all the circuit courts are run by Republicans because Trump nominated the Republicans.
Well, my thing is, the court is very important, but I don't think it's as important as long as we have a Democratic majority
in the Senate,
Senate and the House,
and obviously the president.
That's the most important thing, honestly. Like, the president, yes, because fucking I would like, if another Supreme Court dies, fucking, a real fucking president. And Trump can stonewall it still. He cannot do a veto. Oh, you know what? If we don't have we don't have a blue president, then he can just wait on it, veto it, and you need a 2/3 majority. And we're not going to have a 2/3 majority.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a lot. It's a fucking lot. It's a fucking lot. And she's so fucking scary. She's so fucking scary. She's, oh god, she literally looks like what I imagine Satan looks like.
Oh, she's got some stuff.
Oh, she wants felons to own a gun? Fuck yeah. Actually, I like her now. She wants felons to own a gun? Fuck yeah. Give felons guns.
She probably wants, the NRA to have, part of Congress.
The thing is, NRA is literally just racist fucking... If you said no gun control because you wanted everybody to have guns, fuck yeah.
You know what their big
fuck yeah, I'll be behind that. NRA fucking hated the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
NRA isn't fucking real.
So they think they're the longest standing civil rights organization.
NRA? Fuck them. Oh my god.
It's not even true. It's like...
The church is more of a civil rights organization, you fucks. Oh my god.
Immigration?
Oh, no. I didn't even think about that.
She wants to get rid of, Dreamers Act and shit.
No!
Yeah.
Fuck! Whatever, fuck
guys.
this. I can't fucking think about this right now. Let's move. Oh my god! Let's talk about Belarus!
Nina.
So, Belarus, if you don't know, is in the middle of a giant fucking election crisis right now. Lukashenko just got inaugurated secretly behind closed doors because a lot of the people in the country think he rigged the election because he won 80% of the vote. And his opponent, who has now fled the country under fear of being assassinated, believes she won 60 to 70% of the vote. So there are mass anti-Lukashenko fucking protests going on right now with hundreds of thousands of people in the capital of Belarus, which is, I think 100,000 is the whole population of Belarus. And fucking... I think... looking at it is kind of a scary thing to think about. Is this what we're going to look like in a couple months? Are we going to see fucking scary-ass... troopers with masks on so you can't identify them to quell protests, and we're gonna fucking turn to riots. We're gonna be way worse than
Belarus. Get to that level though? You think he controls the police to that extent? Come on.
If he wins?
No, if he loses. You're saying that if he look.
Well, so Lukashenko won.
Oh, you're talking about Belarus. Okay. Yeah.
I'm saying if Trump wins, again, he's trying to destroy mail-in ballot elections.
Even if he loses, he's going to protest it.
Yeah.
And you think these Trump supporters that are having these rallies and these boat parades, you think they're going to be okay with the result? No.
No, that's why I'm saying it's going to fucking turn into chaos like Belarus, but on a fucking mass level. Also, I think it's way cooler than fucking anything is Nina. Nina is such a fucking badass. Such a badass bitch. She is a 74-year-old great-grandmother that is protesting constantly in the Belarus capital. Fucking, she says Lukashenko's a fucking cunt, and she fucking curses him out, and I fucking love it. She literally has a flag that's illegal to fly in Belarus because Lukashenko, I think, ruled it a terrorist
Exactly what
symbol.
you're thinking of. She's got like a sweater. She's got this long ass skirt. She's got like
she looks
old
like
as fuck.
she looks like an old Amish lady.
Yeah,
and fucking she has this flag that's literally like illegal to fly. Like think of to draw an American equivalent. It's basically like flying an Antifa flag, but imagine an old like hunched over woman fucking fighting police. She literally will walk up to police, say, "Fuck out of my way, I'm going on a walk."
she tries to fight him.
She tries to fight him. One police officer ripped away her flag, and she started punching and kicking him. It's fucking fantastic. I love it.
She's amazing.
I love it. She is my queen.
Imagine, like, I wish that was my great grandma.
That's gonna be me.
If I'm 73 and I'm looking like that,
honestly,
I'm fit as fuck.
I will look like that when I am 50. I will be looking like that in 30 years. That's the end of that story, and we're on our last story just to talk about a little thing to kind of chill us out. Kind of a funny fucking story. In Vietnam, state police arrested a woman that had a stockpile of 320,000 used condoms that she was rewashing, reshaping, repackaging, and reselling as new. And they have no idea how many were sold. They just have this stockpile of what was supposed to be sold in the future. And she would reshape them on wooden dildos and fucking repackage them. I'm terrified. I'm terrified of that. Where do you think they were sold? Do you think Trojan was getting their shit?
Dude, I don't even want to know. I don't know what was going. 320,000 condoms.
How long was this going? This was a year's operation.
It has to be,
It was
right?
20 years.
It has to be like a decade in the making.
Can
you imagine that? It's like, this is cool statistics to think about too. How many people fucked?
How many people fucked and resold condoms?
You're making bracelets? I want a bracelet.
We're at the end of our show.
Yeah, we're at the end of the show. That's really
wonderful seeing you. So next week we will be on the weekly brief on Saturdays from now on. Mm-hmm. Same time, 2:00 Eastern. And we'll be doing the news. We'll probably do. Oh, actually, you know what we can do as our midweek fucking video? Debate reactions.
Yeah, this week is the debate, right?
Yeah, maybe we'll stream it. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, we want to push more on the YouTube because we want to get more subscribers. We want to get more popular. We want clout. We want clout.
We want more people to watch.
We want a TikTok house.
Yeah, exactly. Give us a TikTok house.
Do you know what the honey house is?
No.
Oh no. We should do a reaction video on that.
We can look at that after we're done.
Honey house.
It's wonderful. I'll see you tonight. Like, comment, subscribe, because this is also our YouTube outro. Subscribe to the Twitch to support us.
Subscribe to the Twitch if you want.